Hello, Super Robot fans. Welcome back to this entry into the archives. My name is Austin. I hope you are all doing well today. I'm not sure exactly when this is going up because of my weird schedule, but whatever day it is, I hope it finds you well. So let's hop back in. We are now in the pseudo unified route. We just finished up gaining ourselves an Ava unit, but looking at the story, I don't think we're going to be sticking around with most of our characters for at least a minute here. If you remember back to the end of last episode, we were told that there was something that has gone amiss on the bridge. And what that thing is a number of Aura battleships have been observed through satellite imagery. One, the Grand Garan, great news. Wonderful to hear that Ciela got here too. I mean, like, unfortunately, she has been, like, unhomed. But, you know, having another ally, especially with something like as powerful as an Aura battleship, is probably going to be a good thing. And the Aura battlers want to meet up with her. But we also have the Will Whips, the Goraon, Goraon is how my translator is doing it, probably Golaon. I don't remember that one particularly. I think I read the name once before. And then Byshot has just recently built the Gaia Gallic, and that's also here. They are, like, right now triangulating around, of all places, South Italia. I feel like something's probably, like, buried there. Or maybe just, like, the battleship that crashed is just, like, poking all the way through the planet, and its, like, nose is, like, right underneath it. Is South Italia... I should look this up. If South Italia is just the name for where the Bermuda Triangle is it, like, is that what they're going for? But they're all triangulating around South Italia, which is where we're headed right now. The Aura team, for obvious reasons, is concerned over what is his name, Drake, getting access to, you know, like a full his full coterie of soldiers and allies. So they recommend that we go to the Marquise Archipelago, which is the closest location to us and where the Gaia Gallic is stationed right now. But for our first expert point, we need to go to, we need to stay the course and go to South Italia. The reason I said kind of is this only gives us one, but if we go to the Marquesas Archipelago, we actually lose two. But despite the fact that we've opted not to go, Show and Co. say that they're actually just going to go anyway. Ingram has agreed to go with as, like, to make sure someone from the official ground Earth squad is also there to, like, make sure everyone is abreast of the situation, which we A-okay. So we are going to be, presumably we're going to be without them we're going to be without one of these squads for a minute. But the reason I say one of them is because once the game wants to load, we're in the Marquesas Archipelago anyway. So, like, I'm not sure what difference that choice made. I'm very curious to find out. But we're here with the Gaia Gallic and Byshot anyway. And this group, after, like, getting themselves organized, and he's like, Byshot apologizes to his family that he drugged them into it. So, like, a bit of a family man, but also still a terrible human being. They look at Masaki and go, like, oh, are you an Aura battler too? And he's like, that ain't it, chief. While he's also getting berated by his cats for being bad at directions and, like, flying around the Earth, like, 10 times as he's trying to find where Japan is. Then the Black Knights are going to initiate a very referential attack, if I may say so. That is just, like, not going to do much of anything. Let's see what not much of anything looks like. But this is, like, clearly this has got to be a reference to the Black Tri-Stars from Gundam, right? Right, they're, like, charging at us in a line. This is good music. I don't remember this from Masaki before. I vibe with this. Oh, sorry. They're not the Black Knights. They're the Red Knights. My mistake. Because that unit is definitely red. 420 is, like, not nothing. It's like 10%. Are all of them going to attack? Oh, yikes. Okay. Jay, we can't, like, do anything with this combat, but that's fine. Yeah, so it looks like we're gonna be with just Masaki for a minute. I'm so curious what that choice is going to do. Like, presumably this is going to send... Is this going to send Sho and the rest of the Aura Battlers to, like, back us up at a chapter? I can't imagine it's going to make us kill all of these enemies with just the Psybuster, presumably. So, like, do we only get Sho and Ko, which is why it's, like, expert points to not get, like, the whole team, maybe? But then why have it in the unified routes? This part of the game is going to be, like, super hunk and chopped up from looking at the expert points. Once we're finished here, we have one more under the unified route split. Then we go to a route split based on which unit type we've taken. Then we're going to pick a route split, and then we're going to pick another route split immediately after without unifying, which is definitely a choice. Okay, yeah, so here we go. Their aura barriers should not be up yet because they only have 100 morale, so that's something. Oh, but they do have the after image though. Is that something that's the Viadezu? Oh, the Vieres. I think that's just a Vieres thing. I don't think the Drumlos or the Bastulos. Bastoru? Whatever these are. I don't think they have after image. I don't recall. We'll have to find out. Okay, and then what's their deal? I have to imagine, because of how this game works, that like, or just how like all these games work, that like the numbers from the combat the numbers from the cutscene combat are just like not accurate. Okay, so they're out of these for right now, which is fine. They do have 3 levels of Aura Battler, so they can use the Hyper Aura Slash. But I would like to try and bait one of them into moving if we can help it. So I guess. Actually, hold on. What does the Psybuster do? You are slightly better at melee, but like we could just bait them into like one of these attacks. Yeah. We're at 115 in non-bird mode, and we're at 125 in bird mode. So we theoretically want to be in bird mode. Right? Yeah, we want to be a bird. Okay. Then you have a move of 5. Stop. Yeah. So so they can move up to here. He can attack here, and then this would be 2 range. So we want to be in this square to get them to attack with their weakest ranged attacks. That's what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah. And then this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So can we be here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yes. Okay, there should be 2 of them there. Yeah. Let's turn a focus on just to be safe, though. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. I think this was the square. Let's find out. I just can't imagine we win if we like charge in. Oh, they just ain't moving. Okay, that's fine. Okay, so those must be like proximity. That just feels weird. That feels weird after having them attack us already for them not to like stay charging. But that's okay. I don't mind this. If we get to like clear the generics first to like up our morale, to like actually like let us tank something. I don't know what the upper end of the Psybuster is. Okay, so I read up to this point. I like started reading the in mission descriptions, and I remember I like did not want to do that. So Byshot just says that he would prefer, if possible, to capture the Psybuster alive, because if he quote needs to betray Drake, he wants to have some extra resources in the bank. Which is definitely a choice. And our cats warn us that, like, you know, numbers are pretty overwhelming right now. Let's be careful. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I guess let's be here. Here's where a scan would be giga helpful. What? Okay, hold on. Let's make some guesses. We're at 349 dodge. Sorry, not 349. It's 349 plus our reaction. Is theoretically is like 550-ish roughly. A lot of enemies have 400 combined, so I think we're probably fine to switch this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we can engage in fisticuffs with those drumlows. Oh, actually just one drumlow because of how we move, but that's okay. I'd rather play it safe. They're all charging in eventually anyway. We can just, like, if we need to, we can just, like, slowly work our way back. We can just, like, kite them backwards as we, like, pick off one of them that's just, like, just in range. Until we are at the point where we can kill everything safely, then we can just, like, put ourselves in range of all of them. Yeah. Okay, so we should have focus. This is good to know. How... Okay, that's not bad. Yeah, we super should have focused. Okay, and that's what we're actually going for. We're trying to get the Akashic Buster, but this will be fine. Okay, that was 1239. How much? Oh, okay, no, we got more story. Hold on, let's look at that first. This is around 3. Okay, it looks like we are getting those reinforcements that I requested. So I'm curious who all's showing up. I think it's just the detachment of, yeah, the Aura Battlers. And also, like, all of the SRX team, which is not what I was expecting. I'm curious what that unit in the back is. I don't recognize that. But generally speaking, everyone's happy to be here. Ryusei just loves the Psybuster so much, which is, like, the biggest, like, fanfiction fan insert thing possible. But he does resist the help of Ingram because Ingram has some dealings with Shu, and he wants nothing to do with Shu. Koro tries to, like, calm him down about it, but my translation at the very least says it tries to calm him down by pointing out that he gets upset every time Shu comes up, which is, like, not how you calm someone down. But Masaki himself is the one that, like, gets himself together. He mentioned some names I've not heard before, Ragias and Ricardo. So I'll just leave those there for anyone who knows what those mean. And then Ingram and Baishat start talking. Ingram already sort of has communications a little bit with the higher-ups from Byston Wells because he talked to Drake before. So he's like, what's going on? Like, let's, like, talk about this peaceably. Baishat says that they want to return to Byston Wells, which is, like, obviously a lie. But that everyone needs to surrender and just, like, basically, like, get on the ground, allow them to come, like, allow them to do basically whatever they want. Like, that's the only way that they're gonna, like, not perceive everyone as an enemy, which is, like, very not on the up and up. Like, that is very aggressive coded. And then his wife, Laser, Lady Macbeth, is, I call her that for a reason. She's very like, no, honey, you should slaughter everybody. We're going to meet up with the Will Whips, and then we own the planet. So obviously communication has fallen through. So we need to do something about that. Okay. What are you? Are you Unit 3? No. You are... no, you're the White Ark. Why? I feel like he was not mentioned at all. Oh, we also have Uso in the V2. I feel like these two are not mentioned at all in that conversation we had before. I wonder why they're here. Interesting. Okay, so we're just gonna get Masaki like as out as possible. Hold on. We've attacked the drumlos now. We can see 3. Okay, this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. So we should put a focus on because we're gonna need to counter all of these then. So let's go here to give us the most countermeasure. And then we probably have things squared next turn. I'm not surprised that the Grongust is here. He's sort of being accepted as just like part of the project. We have had a couple of times where we've had to like ask him, like, what is the plan? And it's very like, well, wouldn't you like to know? Kind of response. I wonder if we're gonna get everybody else. I feel like if we had selected to come here, if we selected to come to Marquesas, then we would have gotten the like deployment screen here instead of just like this group of force deployeds. I would assume. I don't know. Okay, that's good. I was gonna say, I hope those don't start moving too. It'd be nice if the bosses just like sit still, but I'm sure those won't be that big of a deal. It's just with only one. I'm assuming that Ingram can probably just execute somebody whenever we get the opportunity to. And obviously, like on his turn, I think he has enough range to be able to just one-shot somebody that's like sitting around. Yeah, this is what we wanted. We have a resupply now, so we have no need to worry about like spending resources. We may as well do as much as we can. I don't know what everyone's like. We have a couple of pilots we've not really used at all, so I don't know where their levels are. So we may as well, you know, get these as close as possible. I think this will be a really good way of leveling up Nian Keen. I think this will be fine. Plus, like, he probably doesn't really need the levels. He's already at 27. And I don't know any benchmarks for him. I also need to check to see if we have any aces on anybody. We've got to be getting pretty close. I feel like aces are not going to be a big deal in this game. It's just going to probably give you like 5 extra morale. You probably are only 32. Wow. Okay. What are those points down there? Oh, are those where expert points are? Do we only have 19 expert points? That feels lame. I guess not everyone has had one. We missed a couple. We missed like 2 or 3. We just missed another one. Okay, maybe that's right. Okay. I would not be surprised if Ryusei was close also. 22 is pretty far. Marvell and Sho probably do not. They've just been like chunking really large-scale targets, yeah, and getting their XP from that. Okay. First, let's see what your range has. Oh, you're just shy. Does snipe exist in this game? No, it does not. That's a bummer. Okay. I think at the very least, Ni is going to get one of those, seeing as he is the lowest level. Oh, and then Uso is absolutely going to get the other one. Perfect. Yeah, okay. You can be... I think I just like doing that better. Yeah. And then... No, don't separate. We'll focus. And then... this is... Oh, yeah, this is the stealthy one. Okay. You don't have extra XP. That's a shame. That feels like the sort of thing that Haro would have on him. But that's fine. And then have me come in. Let's check what our accuracies are like first before see if we need to focus. Oh, we need to even to like guarantee that hit. Knowing how things have been going, I'm still recording this the same day that as the last one, so like we had a number of crashes. So I gotta justify, like you all know I'm cursed at this point. There's no need for me to explain it. Okay. That's probably good. Show me a level. Yeah, nice. Then Uso is going to take this one. Let's turn this on because I want to see we're not going to see the V2 yet. Oh, I forgot to check last mission. Did I forget to check? Or did we just end it in a way that didn't let me check? We do still need to see if we get the other, like, the V2 votes. I don't know if that's going to show up later or we have access to this now. Sweet. Yeah, it looks fine. All of the Gundams look a little bit goofy. I see that they've moved them away from, like, the fully committed SD super deformed ones where they don't have pupils anymore, where I think the visuals have not fully caught up with them yet on, like, how they want to do that. I was really hoping that Har was going to get a gain from that, but that's fine. Okay, we can go... Yeah, we're going to use another focus. We still have 2 gains or fortunes if we need to. I think I would rather chip one of these. Yeah, I think I'd rather chip one of those to, like, hopefully just, like, take it down this turn. Like, that is a pretty valid option, depending on how much HP it has, with some obviously some boosts. Then we can fly the white arc in here, heal. Do you have anything you can do from this position? You do. That's also pretty clean. Ooh, actually, I kind of like this attacking one of the Black Knights with Ingram. And then maybe having, like, Show follow up. Right, like, that's probably not bad. And then Marvell can do this, like, Marvell can block off these 2. Yeah. Amazing that, like, we're not, like, fully dodging these. Okay. DM, I do that. You come here. Right, we're gonna have... Right, we have Masaki do this first. Yeah. That's it. Oh, okay, sure. Not exactly according to Keikaku, but that's okay. Our Keikaku can get changed. You get healed. Yeah, you're low levels, like this is going to be some pretty good farm for you. Then I guess we just, like, punch here. Do we have a bullseye? I don't. We like. No, we don't have a bullseye, but we can use the focus. I'm not going to waste a Valor, though. That's too inaccurate for my taste. I guess we'll punch this one. We usually don't actually get to use the Grungust very much, despite all of our investment. Okay, I want... You know, let's have... We're going to put Ingram back here further. Yeah, that should be fine. Because that lets us take out the back line decently. Like, we can snipe this back line still from here, right? This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, if they don't move, which they probably will, but I do think this means we're going to be in range for all of these next turn if necessary. You take here. Well, you don't. You're gonna. We're not killing it, but yeah, that's fine. Then Ryusei can. Like, everyone wants to be in this spot. How far? Your 3 range? Yeah. Okay, we can go 1, 2, 3. Be where Marvell is. That makes sense to me, because we're gonna move Marvell to go fight one of these 2. This should be fine. Oh yeah, after imaged. Okay, that's a shame. Then we will bring Show up here. Yeah, I guess so. We are 5 morale away. Okay. Focus and... Oh, you know what? That wasn't after image. That was probably sword cut. Yeah. Okay. That's kind of annoying. Like, I don't want to spend the Valor then, because we could just get sword cut. That looks like we should have. That's fine. I was originally not going to have Ryusei do this, but if we can take out one of the Black Knights now, I think that's probably better, right? Like, do that. Why can't you counterattack? Oh, they only have 2 range. Okay. Oh, right. Yeah, no, we established that before when we were fighting with them. Masaki. Okay. Do we want to Do we need to Valor this? Probably not. I think we can just Fortunate and be fine. How much defense do you have? 1,400? Ooh. Okay. Let me do some math. I will be right back. Okay, my loose calculations say that this should be good. I've not, like, checked everything, but we have an A in the air, and our weapons have an A in the air, so, like, that's fine. It's 209 skill to his 190 skill, so that's 19 crit, plus another 15 is 24, so it's a quarter crit. You're an A in the air. You don't have any defense modifying stats. You don't have any defense modifying stats. Yeah, I think we're good. Let's see. My calc says 1967. It probably won't be though. Oh, I guess I can't see it because we're in the battlefield screen. Sorry. Well, at least I was still right. At least that still worked. They each drop one of the 3 consumables. So there's that. Okay. I feel more comfortable. I forgot that she got love. Wild. I mean, we're probably never gonna use it because it's so expensive. But oh, she just also has like full aura power. She's okay, hold on. I was gonna have her kill this one, but I would rather her be down here if we can. Like, do that. And because we have the bullseye, that should save us from any, like, weird shenanigans. Not a lot of XP, but I guess she was also, like, high level, and then give us one to Rai. I think that's how you say his name, but not Ray, right? Oh, Mobby. Yeah, it's Rai. Oh. He was 3 morale off. How did she have so much then? What? Oh, you know what? I guess I've not been thinking about personalities and how that changes what morale gain looks like. But I guess that probably is the case. I just can't remember the last time we've played a game that actually has personalities that, like, make much of a difference, that aren't just, like, when your ally dies, you lose or gain, like, 1 point of morale. This against the Dunbind, this should be fine. They have little talks. My translation does not say anything about them. It's probably just, like, the usual, like, personality schlock. These things not attacking after they move is both very good and very bad. Interesting that they have us on the wire claws. I think I'm fine to spend here. This is probably still going to be lethal. I mean, this is most certainly going to be lethal. I'm worried that the wire claws would not be. Though Show does have just, like, monstrous melee. It's a real shame that we do not yet have the map attack on the Sidebuster, because this is, like, perfect for that. Also a shame that this has not moved yet. So I guess we're gonna try and land kills with whoever's furthest back, just to, like, try and expedite, you know, our movement there. Given how far away it is, I might just, like, cut when we get close. Also, you know what? While we're here, let's just do some kanji learning. Okay. Well, This font keeps doing this to me. So we're going to be looking at this attack, and I guess this attack also. I bring it up because I was pretty sure I knew what this was going to be, and these are words that get used pretty regularly. So, like, if you want to start thinking about Japanese, like, you're going to probably use these a lot. Our first kana is a light. You say that as Hikari. It is also the kanji you're going to see in the Hoshi Ryoku beam from the photon energy from the Mazinger. So that's why I bring it up. And, like, Hikari is also, like, you know, it's among probably your earliest Japanese words if you know anime. Then we have the hiragana no, which is possessive. So this is going to be light of something of light. And then the third character, this kanji, I'll put it up on screen as is usual when we do these things, because good lord, does it not look like this? We chopped out like 2 whole sections in the middle that are very important. This is the kanji for Tsubasa, which is why I did not recognize it immediately. Like, I knew what this was vaguely going to be because, like, we know how the V2 works. But good gracious, does this not look like the kanji for Tsubasa? They had to, like, chop a lot of parts out. But Tsubasa is the kanji for wings. So this is Wings of Light, which, like, is when the, like, energy comes out the back of the blue fin you can see. So I guess he no longer has the ability to throw his legs. I guess that was only the first victory gun, though. I figured it wasn't going to be that because it had light in it that felt weird, but, like, I just did not recognize the kanji for Tsubasa because it's missing some important qualities to it. Good lord. Okay, let's see how this does. Yeah, it's not even. I guess it's still using the same. It's using the same, like, font here. So yeah, the V2's pretty good. I really want to see the other parts, the other sections to it, though. I feel like because we didn't have them in the base, we probably don't get to use them. But right now, like we'll for sure get them later. Okay. What else do we want to do? We just want to use people who are, like, far in the back. And I guess, okay, maybe just Ingram doesn't get to participate for a minute, right? Just, like, do this. I think this is like such a clean use for Ingram that I feel like we have to, right? Like, why would you ever not? Yeah, just, like, take you out. Yeah, perfect. The Valor probably wasn't even necessary, but oh, he's got a chop him armor. That's way better than a part drop than the, like, consumable parts. Did I just hold on? Let me check. Did I misread the translation, or is it misnoted here? Repair kit, propellant tank. Oh yeah, no, I just super misread the translation. That's my bad. I think I probably read repair kit, propellant tank, and I went, oh yeah, probably cartridge. Do cartridges even exist in this game? Have I just, like, am I taking that for granted and they're, like, not even an option? This can hit in the air. So, like, I guess we can do that. Like, go here, I suppose. That is very slightly progress. I want to use the Grungus. We just have, like, so many circumstances where it's just not good. Like, that's awful. And it only has a B in the air. I guess, like, putting the part that lets him fly on it would work, but, like, then we're losing out on the other things that we're, like, theoretically needing it to make it good. Oh man. Okay. So what if we just, like, rocket punch instead? Like, we could Valor. What are your stats looking like? 110. We could Valor, and, like, hopefully let Psychic Power carry us there. Just, like, do it after we've killed everything else. Right? Like that. Let's try it. I mean, what's the worst that happens, right? Like I said, I am probably going to end up just cutting away to, like, move everyone forward if I don't think it's gonna take too long. Great. Also love. Cool. I like that they both got it. That's nice. That's fun. Can you Akashic? Yes, you can. Let's focus. And then we also have a fortune for taking down the Galag. Okay, cool. I guess we probably should have used this on the Red Knights, though. That's probably worth a little bit more. That's fine. I bet someone else probably has fortune in here. We have so much money now. This is so cool. This is like not. I don't think this is like the best rendered version of it, but it's still so cool. I think the Psybuster, they definitely cooked when they designed their like main character for a while, like as they should have. But I think it's a really good way of integrating magic with robots in a way that does not feel. It doesn't feel forced to me, you know. Yeah, so right, like we could give this to Show to get the fortune. Oh, we probably should. Okay. Let's do. Is that with the focus on? Rough. Rough, bud. Okay. Let's do this. Darn. Okay. Let's try that. That probably won't be lethal. Rai does not have much going for him right now. He is better ranged. I guess he's still fine. I don't know why I don't know why I worded it that way. It just. Oh, the aura barrier bounced the whole thing off. Okay, well that's. I guess I wasn't fully wrong. Yeah. Oh, you've got a Valor. Okay, let's just do that. We still have a second one left for... Okay, perfect, yeah. We still have a second one left for the Gaiac Ally, so that's fine. Here's a focus. Right, we don't lose the Valor then. Perfect. We are gonna awkwardly... We're not gonna actually have enough to hit our, like, biggest attack, but that's fine. 2 levels, sweet. Right, we have 121. We're 9 short for the Hyper Aura Slash, but that's okay. Okay, then we just send everybody. I'll keep this party because I'm still talking over it, and this is like finishing this turn. But then, probably after this turn, I will. Yeah, I'll cut into us being closer. Is anyone hurt? No, okay. So we're just gonna move as close as we can without changing anything. And Uso can get a resupply. Oh, right, it's post-movement. Yes, it's post-movement. What was I thinking? No, maybe we won't bother resupplying. Well, we'll see. Oh, never mind. He's moving. Okay, so we're gonna keep the whole of this together then. Okay. So, given that, instead, let's just pull this group back so that everyone who is like more landlocked can come together, and we will just we'll just turtle strats for a second here. I need to use this menu more too. I forgot that this menu existed. This is a rather useful menu. I've asked for it a couple of times, and I've just like not deployed it. You know what? Let's do this. It's fine. Not even a full level. Or not. Yeah, it's fine. Great. We've not been playing for turns so far, so why start now? We probably want to think about scanning just to make sure we don't get like caught out by something stupid here. What do we got? 30K. Does this battleship remind you of the O? Also, love that he got no morale for watching his soldiers die. That's a really good personality trait of him because he just like super does not care, it seems. Yeah, okay, 7's pretty spooky. But once we get in his range, these seem pretty ineffective. I mean, not wholly so, but if we are up close, like, this is practically nothing. Okay, it's got 5 move. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so you need to get out of here. And you need to get out of here. And then anyone who can be close basically will be. Yeah, I think this is like roughly fine. That's an interesting move you've made. Let's see what this looks like. We want to be in combo with him as little as possible. I guess I need to like stop worrying about trying to turn the aura barrier on. I think the thing with the aura barrier, I think if we're going to worry about not interacting with the aura barrier, it just has to be on like the first encounter. Unless we can find a way to like drop morale somehow. Wow. Why? That did like that never does anything. Let's see. Oh, it's so base bulky. Okay, I see what's happening. Okay, I mean like we don't have a Valor anymore. That's not good. I think we're still gonna try this right now before the aura barrier goes up. I know we're like in range of the long guns, but that's okay. Okay, that's not the worst. Okay, I see the line. I see the way through. You just get up close because that 1500 is not going to do much of anything. We're probably going to like ping off the side of him too, but that's okay. Cool. Still know what his HP is. That's fine. Do you have a Valor? Oh, you do. Oh, sick. Okay, I think we're gonna be good. I think we're gonna be good. We just. Oh, I used. I probably shouldn't have. I probably shouldn't have used that game. That's okay. Okay. How about you? We don't have the T-Link. We could have maneuvered this better last turn to give us access to the actual T-Link. Okay. Yeah, like you could also be over here. I think we're just gonna intentionally wait there. I guess we'll like slide you around and give you some morale now too. I guess not slide you, we're just gonna go right across the ocean. Yeah, like here. Do you have any defensive spirits? Not kinda. This is fine. I don't think this will be lethal, and we can use the. Oh, right, yeah. This is still within the weak one. If we need to heal, we can still use the white arc. Yeah, that's not bad. Oh, okay. A little spookier than I thought it was gonna be. Do you have any defensive spirits? You do. That's good. That's sick. Okay, yeah. This will be some nice levels on him while we're working this down. I do given how this game has been with these kind of bosses, I would not be surprised if we can't kill him. Like clearly we need to fight him, but I could foresee this being just like like he retreats partway through the same way that like Hamon's battleship did. Why can't we use this? Why can't we use that? Oh, because you only have aura power level 1. That's why. I was expecting that to show up in red. I feel like other times it's that is shown in red, but that's okay. You just have a dodge. But the game does seem to vaguely want us to not kill if the boss is going to be like story significant for later. It does seem to want to make us like have to fight them some other time. Okay. 4,400 ain't bad. And we've still got a Valor left, too. So we can do, like, 8k to him. Let's get close. And then we'll switch out Ni for Ryusei next turn for the T-Link. You don't have a Valor, do you? No, you do not. So we can't, like, Valor plus Akashic. That's okay. Okay. I think this is probably correct. Let's see what happens to us. It also feels like super prone to have a map attack. It just is not, fortunately, but... Okay. What do we got? Can we see its HP yet? That would be nice. We want to end with... show. So... for the fortune. So I guess we can't start there. We want, like, only 1 or 2 more big hits. Like, if I planned a little better, we could have got those Marvel. I guess we're just gonna move, like, Nate out of the way and then have, like, Ryusei come in with the... Oh, we can't use the T-Link because it's in the air. We ran into that problem before. Butts. You don't have enough levels on you yet to have a Valor on yourself. I guess we could be doing this in a less stupid way. Hold on. Ryusei has one. Sho has one, and I mean, this. No, hold on. This, strictly speaking, can attack. I guess you were going to get moved anyway, Ni. Let's just get you out of there. I know we didn't, like, do anything with you. Like, I guess that's not the worst. Okay. So we Valor first here. And then we see what's happening. And then we Valor with, like... Oh, yeah, no, we know that it does 8,800 damage. Or, we know it does roughly 8,800 damage. We can then Valor with Sho afterwards. I think this is probably them retreating. Yeah, that's lame. Okay, bummer. That's unfortunate. But, like, that's again, like, the sort of thing that we could, like, plan for future. Just, like... I'm, like, only investing into defensive stats, and, like, maybe I need to not be doing that. I don't think we can, like, freely invest into the Hyper Aura Slash, but maybe just into the 2,500 power one. We might put some points into that to, like, make the Dunbind kill. I don't know. It's hard to say, because, like, we just, like, don't have these units consistently. We'll see. But I gotta not click through this. I gotta, like, see what the story is. Hold on. So... First, we have the Gundam pilots all... I guess not just the Gundam pilots, but we have the more serious pilots talking about the large-scale consequences that the conflict with the Bicedwellians is probably going to be leading to a world war pretty soon, and there's probably nothing we can do to stop that. Next, we have the more psychically inclined boys, but 2 that we haven't really gotten a lot of time to talk with, and Sho. So yeah, Seabook, Camille, and Sho, talking about the Cybuster and... you know, whether it compares favorably to an Aura Battler or a mobile suit. And that seems more close to an Aura Battler, so maybe Bishat was onto something. My notes, not the game's. And that the wings on the back of the Cybuster seem akin to how the Aura Battlers gather Aura particles with their like converter on their back. But Ryusei is much less impressed. He's much more interested in the Ava units. Because of, like, the plug coming out of their back, and he's like, surely they don't run on electricity, but nope, they just do. They just run on electricity, which is wild. Then Masaki's cats will are here to both, you know, say thank you for Masaki. He's, like, too headstrong and, like, too up in his, like, he's too in his own head to say thank you for the save. But they also then are explaining just like what they are, that they are. The translation is using the word familiar, which connotes some more magic. I'm curious how this game interacts with familiars. They can like come about in a couple of different ways. Well, I can talk about that more when we like see an actual answer to it. But Ryusei is critical of them because they are named Kuro and Shiro, which is just black and white respectively. And that's very boring, which feels very weird. Like, he's supposed to be the mecha fanboy and he loved the Psybuster itself, but he's like more interested in the Ava units now. But we were talking about the Psybuster, which feels weird. And like, he likes the robot, but I guess he doesn't like care about like the pilots internally. I don't get it. This is just, there's so much text here. Okay, so next up, Misaki sort of runs down what he is doing and why he's here. He is from Ragias, which I guess is the name of like his planet or his dimension. And he is after Shu. And broad strokes, everyone sort of fills him in on the situation. He wants to charge after Shu immediately, and everyone's like, bud, we're like on our way to him. We're gonna meet him. He's like, I don't have time for that. I don't want to meet him. I need to go stab him. Like, okay, right. You said that last time. You're not really like, organization does not seem one of your strong suits, bud. You said that last time and you like missed Japan 10 times. So like, just cool your jets. Just sit tight for a minute. We'll get to him. Don't you worry. And he does assent that he's like, yeah, like I'm sticking with you will be my way of saying thank you for helping, I guess, which is like definitely a take. And like fair, like Misaki is rather good, but saying you helped me out, I'm going to like couch surf with you is definitely a choice. But I guess the other context is a couple of the adults in the room all say that, you know, him acting on his own is probably going to cause more chaos and more problems than it's going to solve. Our Aura Battler team is distressed to say that to see that Rimuru also was carried through the Aura Road into the lower area. Ni especially, and everyone else is like, yeah, no, like don't worry about it, my guy. Like I know we have to shoot down the Gaia Galeg, but like we'll make sure we save her. Like she's not going to be part of the cost we're going to pay, at least as far as they're concerned. And we just got told that the Gran Garan and the Gorean are we've made contact with them. And from here, Bright and Quattro, like the amount of times that like people give permission for joining is like very weird to me. But like Bright is like, yes, in fact, Misaki can join us. But like we did that before when he showed up the first time, and he just said he was going to join us already. Like we invited him, but we didn't like actually officially invite him. There's a lot of like officiation that we're really concerned with, and I don't care for it. I'm not impressed. But Quattro does. He's going to sort of act not as a spy, but like as eyes for the group to make sure he keeps like track of not just Misaki, but like the situation between Misaki, Shu, and Ingram. That something's going on here. And he was already looking into Ingram anyway, so this feels like sort of part of the same conversation. We're finally pivoting back to the Titans side of things now. So Jamaicon and Jabitav are going to talk to Shirako, and they first are very accusatory towards Shirako about the plan that they all had agreed to, that they lost one of their colonies to Neo Zeon. And that was not part of the plan. And Shirako's like, don't worry about it, totally fine. Saying that they stole it is a bit of a misnomer. Doesn't explain what we should know, but that we don't know what is correct. But the Titan heads are the most concerned with that colony being dropped on Jaburo and annihilating them all. And Shirako, for good reason, was like, bud, Zeon could have done that long ago if that was going to be part of the plan. Like, you would have already known it in the fact that you would not have known it because you would be dead. So don't worry about it too much. But they are also upset that the Jupiterian forces, who Shirako is supposed to be the leader of, have also sort of been like working with the Xeon, and that is, you know, directly in conflict with how they work with the Titans. But Scirocco says that they're not monolithic, that there could be forces from, you know, multiple people from Jupiter could be acting together. And sorry, I'm distracted by who this character is. This character art is something. I want to stay in here so we can figure out who this is, because this character is new to me. But yeah. The Jupiterians do not act monolithically, and some of them have been with the Xeon. And then the Titans say that they will, like, they can't really help it anyway. Like, they need their help, seeing as like a whole battalion of them just got wiped out by like a new force. So it sounds like the Titans don't really know anything up with the Aura Battlers yet, which is probably a good sign for like all of the world. But I imagine it's not going to last very long. Can you tell I've also not watched Victory Gundam? Because I did not recognize this character at all. I didn't realize that she was part of Victory Gundam. But sure, I guess. Great. It just... She looks a little intense. I could have imagined that she was an original character. Unsurprisingly, Scirocco has a gaggle of women with him. So Farah is from Victory Gundam. Katashina is also. Oh, this is Chronicle. I've heard that name before. Okay. Yeah, but generally speaking, because Scirocco is like very, very much of the mindset that the future belongs to women, I'm not surprised that like the more powerful or the more like power-oriented women from the series are going to be in his space. I'm not be surprised if he picks up another one or two later on. Though I don't know of any like immediate female antagonists off the top of my head, but I'm not like thinking about it particularly thoroughly. But Scirocco does inform the team that he knows that he is seeing that the Titans are like maybe catching wise to, but aren't fully caught on yet to what the plan is about trying to like annihilate the Xeons and the Titans at the same time by sort of like separating them out. Then they go back and forth on the like in the usual anime way of like we've distracted them, we've deceived them. We need to make sure that they are going to appear at the right time. I don't know who this is in this case. I think this is vague enough for me that I'm a little lost. I don't need to be informed. I assume it's probably a similar they that we've talked about a couple of times, but I can't be sure. I would not be surprised if it had something to do with either the Macross that we have not seen yet but we know are in the game, or the original source of all of the alien tech, or what I think is the original source of it, something to do with the Gunbuster world. But that's all sort of up in the air. So we've opened ourselves up another thread to follow for now. Not that I feel like we've closed up much of anything. Like at least for my end of things, most of what we've done is opened and then closed the Byston Wells stuff immediately. Not immediately, but you know what I mean, right? Like there's definitely some longevity to it, but we're gonna see that, I guess, shortly. Depending on how that works with Ciela and all of that. But largely speaking, it was just been like, have a pool of units. We'll deal with this later. Right? Isn't this normally orange? Why is this blue? Am I losing my mind? Hold on a second. Like I went to like start looking at some stuff and I'm just like, isn't Ava Unit 0 normally orange? Oh, my bad. I guess I've just like not done anything with Ava in a long while. I forgot that after the Ramiel fight, it gets switched to blue armor. I get, okay, so most of my interaction with Ava has not been the anime, but was the manga. I got like this whole huge heaping bundle of manga from a thrift store because a like weeb shop had closed and they were like, I don't know what to do with these. And I was like, I'll give you $20 for this box. And I brought home like 100 Tankobon. And there was a lot of Ava in it, and that's like primary my interaction with it. So like the difference of coloration was like going to escape me. I've just like mostly seen in media that it's orange usually, but okay, neat, great. But I also didn't actually need to be here. I guess I just like wanted to check to make sure we didn't like lose any units. But we do have everything here still. Yeah, we just had that like weird. That was a weird way to do that mission, but like yeah, no, we still have the Ein units. Okay. I don't get this game's way of conveyance. But I guess this is still from the era of video game where the primary gist of them was to get you to have something that you would play like 4 or 5 times because you only were going to buy like 1 or 2 video games a year. Okay. As much as I just described her as being annoying, I think we probably also could afford to put some points into her. Okay, hold on. Let's tentatively think about that. But I did say I want to put points into the Dunbine or the Billbine, right? I'm like worried too much about something that could happen in the future that like just might not necessarily. I'm like worried about it not going into the Hyper Aura Slash, but like that costs 130. That still seems a bit ambitious. I don't feel like we're gonna get there a lot. Like this is upgrading the Aura Slash is probably just correct. Let's do that. What the heck? Let's find out. Let's be wrong and find out. You know what? Let's just like full send. Oh, okay. Well, that's exactly 1 more point. We'll we will full gently send. And then I do think we're gonna start upgrading Asuka's like defensive profile. I don't know how much they actually need HP. Right? We just like kind of want to hard commit to making the barrier do the best that it can. And energy probably doesn't matter for them. So I guess that 3K, I guess let's just put that into one of the other. Yeah, let's do that too. Great. Okay. That should be fine. That should be fine. And then we can also put a chop hem armor on. Yeah. But we have a beam coating. I am curious whether these barriers stack. I'll have to test that at some point. I don't know if I will test that between this recording and next. But we should test at some point how the barriers interact together in this game, because that could be pretty potent. That could be a lot of something. But that will otherwise wrap things up for me for this episode. This is potentially in the middle of just a goofed up gaggle of me not having internet / switching computers. So I'm not sure where that puts us. So let me just go over my like rough schedule for the week. On Sundays and Thursdays, we're going to be playing some W. Again, this could be still pre-recorded, not quite sure. But if not, those would be stream days. We might be close to, if not have eclipsed the like second chapter, like season 2 of it. So this is probably close to around a good time to join. If it's not the next episode, it was probably pretty close to catch up in VODs. If you want like to see W from like a soft reset perspective, that you don't have to like catch up on 27 episodes, you know? You don't have to be a lunatic like I am and just like favorite, 50 episode long, like year-old playthroughs. We will be playing more Alpha on Wednesdays and every other Friday. Still, like those pre-recordings are gonna keep staying the same. And then last Friday should have been Fantasy Maiden Wars. So presumably this is going up on a Wednesday, I think. So then this upcoming Friday will be more Alpha and not Fantasy Maiden Wars. But I think we are approaching a breakpoint in that game too. Maybe a little bit slower than W though. So if that seems interesting, it is Toho, the like rail shooter, all girls, like cute girls project that's like, I don't know how to describe it. You probably know, you've probably heard the name Toho before, but it's a Toho version of Super Robot Wars. So come check that out. Yeah, we're pretty heavily into the crunch, like weird maps portion of the game right now, but it won't be long until we're at a new kind of game. So if you want to like see that at a soft reset point too, like we'll probably be in close proximity there. And something else I need to tack on to the end of these is book club. We are right now watching Tekkaman Blade. If you head over to my Patreon, no cost, I've never put things behind a paywall for you, that's my promise. You can see my notes on the episodes we are watching. I'm not sure what episodes those are going to be at this point, depending on proximity of when this is going up, so I won't say instead. but just look for the most recent post for my notes, some very disorganized, but still by episode notes. And feel free to jump in with some conversation. We used to do it on stream, and I'll still probably talk about them some on stream, like big picture ideas. But there's a lot of little like goofy and like nitty gritty stuff that we don't get to talk about. So this feels like a good way of doing that in the meantime. If you've not watched the show before, or if you have watched the show before and you don't want to rewatch it again, that's totally fine. Still feel free to jump in with your thoughts. But just try, but please do avoid spoilers. This will be my first time going through it, and I would like to experience the show as the show is like giving out that information. But if you'd like to jump in, and this feels pretty daunting to go halfway through, you probably don't need to watch all of the episodes that you've missed. This show has been pretty plot light up until the first like third, so feel free to make yourself known, and some of us can help you out with like getting you caught up on like, here are a few episodes you can watch that'll give you like the short list of things. But just be warned, the show is very unkind to people with photosensitivity. There's a lot of flashing lights going on. And we've also gotten some brief nudity, so just like be mindful of that too as you are watching. I gotta say it out loud, otherwise I would feel irresponsible. But that's been fun. I've been enjoying my time with it, so hopefully you'll join us with that too. But other than that, hopefully I will see you live at some near or distant future. I hope I get it solved soon. But if not, I will gladly see you in a whole mess of VODs. But other than that, enjoy the rest of your evening, make meaning out of the rest of your day, and I will see you later. Take care, everyone.